Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review of Tower of Gods, chapter 282, and that'd be season 2, episode 202. So yeah, this one was, sorry if this is a bit of a long review, but I feel like there's a lot to say about this one. I feel like a lot happened, and it was just a really good one. Like, it started off pretty slow, but it built into something like really good towards the end, especially with the last few scenes. But starting off from the very beginning, we have Bomb, Kun, and Rak. They are still asleep, and we see, well, Kun and Rak are asleep, and we see that Bomb is being troubled by what the blue spirit from the rice pot said to him. Now, Yuri briefs the team in the morning on, she just starts getting them ready and stuff to leave the train, and we notice that we have a new Team Bomb now, and I am so hyped for the new Team Bomb. I'm actually very happy with the way we're splitting up even more, because even though I don't like us quite so spread out, I think that the way it was done is really cool, so I'm totally okay with it. So basically our Team Bomb that we get there is, we got Bomb, Kun, Rak, Ryun, Boro, Sachi Faker, Cherry Law, my man Danwa, and I guess that would be it, right? And that's like 8. Yeah, so that'd be it. And then we find out that Kun tells us Chang and Quietro left with the blade that had Ragwell and Elliot in it, and that Barrow is staying back on the train with Albelda. Now, I don't know if this means as soon as we get back from hunting Kaiser's name, Barrow and Albelda will be waiting to join back up with us, or if that means they have to wait back for something else, but I don't think so. I think that means as soon as we're done at the name hunt station, they're going to be rejoining as we go to the 40th floor. So then we find out that Wangnan is telling Team Tang Suyuk that his plan is that he needs to go and capture Kasano and get off the train, and one of his biggest reasons is that he can't put off saving Horyang any longer, and another is because he knows that if they stay on the train that one of them is bound to die. So he's going to get Kasano and then get off the train to try to subvert the path that Ryun had predicted. So that is Wangnan's current plan, and he's planning to take Prince, Misang, and Akraptor with them. They're just going to try to grab Kasano and run, essentially. I don't know if they're strong enough, but hey, I believe in them. The only thing standing in their way really is Joaquin, because Joaquin is a freaking beast. But if they can somehow find a way to get Kasano without Joaquin one-shotting them, then that's perfectly fine, I guess. So they are going to do that, and he says that he wants Yiwa to stay behind with Team Bomb because she would be a great addition to their team and help them out. So that's fine and all, and he goes and he tells Bomb that this is his plan, and it's really cool that Bomb is like, he understands Wangnan. He understands that they all have their own things to protect, they all have their own paths and ways to go, and he understands that maybe he really can't protect everyone without some people having to suffer for it because of the stuff that he was being told by the Blue Spirit. So I thought that was a really cool interaction between Bomb and Wangnan, splitting on good terms. And of course SIU says in the blog that Wangnan's team and his story are going to be very important in the future. Also like how Bomb says that he's worried about Horyang as well, because I loved Bomb and Horyang's relationship throughout most of the Return of the Prince saga. Also, some other things I forgot to throw in is when we saw Yuri, she looked a lot more a lot bustier than before. She was drawn a lot more, I guess, sexually. And that may be something that SIU was complaining about in his blog with having to do things differently than he normally does them. But yeah, it's just normally I guess I would compare Tower of God's images of women to sort of Naruto, where of course they are women, you can tell that they're women, but they're not drawn specifically in sexual poses or clothing usually. And that's normally how it is. And then this chapter, they were drawn a lot more sexually than normal, because in my opinion, we've never really had fan service at all before in that way, and then this chapter had some, so it was a bit odd. And another thing is with the Blue Spirit, SIU confirmed in the blog that it was created when the Thorn was fused into Bomb. So maybe it is Bomb's relation, like an embodiment of Bomb's relationship with the Thorn, or maybe it really is Bomb's true self in a way. It's like the dark side of Bomb, the sort of negative, viewing the world more realistically and gritty and how it is, instead of being hopeful and full of ideals like our real conscious Bomb is. So in a way, I guess it is a part of him, or it could be sort of, I don't think it's the Thorn though. I personally don't think that the blue guy's the Thorn. So Yuri announces that they have made it to the Name Hunt station, and we see that Piropo is now serving as conductor now that Pedro is presumably dead. So that's cool and all. We got to see it. We got to be filled in on how it's all working out. And before they get off the train, Kun asks Bomb, tell us what happened in the rice pot, because if you don't, then that sort of thing boiling up within you is just going to cause problems for you and for everybody around you. So Bomb says that he tells us everything that happened with the Blue Spirit, and how he met the vengeful spirits that he got from Albelda, that they were begging for him to go kill Joaquin, and for him to not let them disappear. And the Blue Spirit pretty much tells him his power is to devour the powers of others and use that himself. So that's how he's been copying skills all this time. And he also said that Bomb thought he was a good guy because he was protecting his friends this whole time, but his actions weren't really... He was a good guy, but he wasn't saving everyone, but because to save his friends, he had to step over the people that weren't his friends, the people that he didn't choose. He had to step over in order to bring his friends up. So his conclusion from all that is the justice that we heard Bond talk about a few chapters back. He says the justice you're looking for is at least not within you. So that was like the real hit at Bomb that's really been bothering him. And it's cool because we see Bomb with sort of a newfound thing where he's after Rachel, and he's also trying to stop the injustice of the tower, and now he's also going to the floor of death because he wants to find himself, and he thinks that that's the best place to start finding out answers about who he is. So it's really interesting to see it being done that way, I guess. And it's a really good jump for Bomb's character, a big development, I guess, for who he is. So that was all really cool. And then we get the amazing, just this great introduction scene where his team is leaving the train. We see all of his allies waiting for him, and they start calling the names one by one. We get this weird, super sexy Andrasi fan service. Again, weird fan service, not typically in Tower of God, but it was there. And Andrasi, my girl, thick. But oh man, good scene. But seriously, the introduction was so cool, and we find out that Cherry Law's real name is Fosenkal Irudo. So Irudo, and that again, just finding out confirmation that she's not only from the Eurasia family, but from the same Fosenkal branch that Lorray is from. So we don't know how closely they're related, but it's really cool to get that confirmation. And then of course with the announcement of the names, people are freaking out. People are shitting themselves because now we've got two people. We got Yiwa from the Yeon family, Agaro Agnes from the Kun family. Then we've got Sachi Faker, one of the top 3 D ranks, and then Jovial Grace. So people are freaking out because that is a monster team coming at them. And then, even blown away even more, we find out that Lilial and Shilial are coming into the story already. They're actually physically with Kaiser right now. And, Lilial and Shilial, this is Tower of Waifus. They're everywhere. Waifus everywhere. But, yeah, that was where this one ended. So, it was so good. Like, it built a little bit slowly at the beginning. At the beginning, I was like, this is a long chapter. It's really good because we're getting a lot of information, but it's a little slow. And then that intro scene hit, and I thought it was amazing. I thought all of that was so great. And I've been loving this story week to week, every single week. It's been so amazing. So I'm really happy for where we're going. This arc is just great so far, and still has a lot left to go. We still got to take down 5 bosses and Kaiser and maybe even Lilial and Shilial. So there's still a lot to do here. I've also got to talk about the art. The art has been making huge jumps and improvements lately. It's been slowly improving throughout the course of the entire series, but it seems like lately it's improving even faster and even more. And about the fan service, it's something that isn't bad to do occasionally. If you do that occasionally, not a bad thing at all for your work, but I'm hoping it doesn't happen too much. But I doubt it'll happen too much, because throughout the entire, 282 chapters of this thing, this is the only time I ever remember seeing anything that I would really call fan service. I don't think there's anything before this that I'd really call fan service, so it is what it is. And yeah, I guess that's it for the review of this one. I'm not going to give it I absolutely loved this one. I thought it was amazing. I'm not going to give it a perfect score though, because I feel like it's not up there with the Bomb and Joaquin fight stuff. But it was still amazing. It was still way up there. So I'll give it 9. They forgot to call Ryun and Danwa's names out of 10. Yeah, they left those 2 out. I personally think I would have liked it better if they would have added them in and just had every single name. I get why they didn't, but I would have liked it better if they did, personally. But either way, so that's it. 9 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. If you did like this one, and comment down there and tell me what you thought of my review, what you thought of the chapter itself. Subscribe for more Tower of God, One Piece, Kisnaiver, Walking Dead, Manmusu, Pokemon, and a lot more. And yeah, that's getting longer. And follow on Twitter if you want as well, because I'll keep you updated there as best I can on stuff and things. So I'll thank you one last time for watching, and I'll see you all next time.